Hello, welcome to another video. Thank you for all love and support on the last few videos. It means a lot. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing. Helps the channel out a bunch. As you can see, we're back on some Modern Warfare 2 today. And last week, near the end of the week, I guess, and like a bit during the week, there was a lot of talk about Call of Duty as a whole. Ooh, it's been a minute since I played this. I haven't played Call of Duty in a little bit. Holy shitter, this is fucking me up. But people have been pretty much saying, is Call of Duty done for in the fact that there's more competition right now? And that the competition is kind of innovating and expanding the genre more than anything that Call of Duty's been doing recently. There's some truth to that, absolutely. There's games like Counter-Strike 2, I believe is what it's called now, is on its way. That's coming in the summer this year. So that's obviously a first-person shooter that can compete with Call of Duty, I guess, right? But my thing with that game is that it's different completely. It's a different experience to Call of Duty. So I don't see that being necessarily a competitor, per se, with Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm sure Call of Duty content creators and people that play Call of Duty and everything are going to try out this game, the new Counter-Strike. Why wouldn't they? It's a first-person shooter. There's no reason for them not to, if we're being honest. What? So while there's truth to the fact that there's competition and these other first-person shooters are definitely going to pull a little bit of player base out of Call of Duty and into these games, like Counter-Strike 2. The other one that was talked about that, it's hurting Call of Duty is the fact that Fortnite Creative now has a deathmatch type of situation. It's pretty much like a mod type of situation in Fortnite, you know, like something someone else built in the Fortnite framework to be like Call of Duty. And my thought is, for those games specifically, no way someone would rather, if they want a Call of Duty experience, you know. I find it extremely unlikely that someone would go create a Fortnite instead of just playing Call of Duty, if that makes sense. You know? Like, Call of Duty's progression systems, which I think they drastically need to bring back Prestige. But I do highly doubt that someone that wants the pure Call of Duty feeling will go and play Fortnite or go and play Counter-Strike 2. I would think Counter-Strike 2, slightly more likely someone would go and try that out before Fortnite. Just because Fortnite is a battle royale in its design, in its bones, I guess you could say. It's a BR mode. So that just leads me to think that it's never going to be polished like a game like this is, because why would they do that? There's no point. They're already making a fuck ton of money doing BRs, and people still just run into Fortnite to play Fortnite, right? So that's my first little thought about the whole competition and is Call of Duty on its way out type of thing. The other thing is, they've always had competition in the first-person shooter genre. This genre is not new. It has been around for a very, like well over 20 years at this point now, you'd think. Probably close to 30, 93. And it's by far the most successful franchise now. Like, at this point, financially, it's the most successful one in that genre of gaming. I'm just realizing now they didn't call this Dome. Call of Duty has always had competition in the first person genre. It's nothing new. It never will be new. There's always going to be new games that are coming out in the first person genre that people think are cool and fun and they want to go try them out type of thing. Right? Like, there always is going to be. Why would you ever think anything else? They've had Halo. Has been around since before Call of Duty, I would argue. I feel like the first Halo and the first Call of Duty are close to the same years. And then while Call of Duty was in its comeuppance with first-person shooter in the multiplayer, Battlefield was in its heyday at the exact same time. And that's kind of where I'm getting at in my head with this whole conversation, is that Call of Duty brings a certain type of polish type in what they're trying to make that these other games just aren't doing, or if they do come with a polish, they're doing something else because Call of Duty's so big. Yeah, if you take a chunk out of it, obviously it's not going to be good for Call of Duty, but it's not going to tank Call of Duty. That's my whole thought with this. Has Call of Duty been getting lazier? Absolutely. I'm not discrediting that. I 100% agree with that thought. Could they be doing more? Could they be innovating more? Yes. Will they? I don't know. Who knows? But there's always been competition with Call of Duty. There never's not going to be competition. I don't know why all of a sudden, because Counter-Strike 2, of all games, is coming out that's not even like a direct competitor to Call of Duty. It has people this worried. While also Fortnite, that's been around for like 6 years now. The game's not new. If you like Fortnite, guess what? You're already probably playing Fortnite. Oh, they have a new update that will probably get people to go try it out. Well, people are going to try the new update, huh? That's nothing new still. That happens all the time. So that's my overall thought on the whole always competition going to ruin Call of Duty. In a way, I think it's going to help Call of Duty, because what Call of Duty basically now really does is they take the ideas that people are really enjoying, okay, let's say, like BRs. They weren't the first game to do a BR. They weren't the second. They weren't the third. I probably weren't the fourth big one either. It took them time to actually make a BR, and while that was the fucking everything in the gaming industry, and they didn't give a flying fuck. And part of why they could do that too is that it's the biggest game in the world. Why? Okay. In North America, I don't know. I think World is pushing it for sure. Often one of the, if not the highest selling game every year. Like, they're making fucking cash fist over fist in cash every single year. They don't have to make a good Call of Duty. But what Call of Duty does, and it's not just Call of Duty, it's Activision Blizzard. They're such a big company that they can do this, and it succeeds because they have such big player bases that they can steal shit from other games. And they have the resources, the money, the people, that the upper management people can be like, hey, that game's doing this really, really well. Just do that. Can we bring this into Call of Duty? Will it work? Oh, it does. It works perfectly fine. Bop. And we're done here. That's overall kind of my thoughts with this whole argument type thing. I think it's extremely talked about, over exaggerated. Call of Duty is not going anywhere. Call of Duty is not fucking dying, okay? I'm sorry to break you the bad news that this game is still gonna be kicking probably fucking forever, if we're being honest. Like, it's one of these types of products or things where it is too big to fail. You honestly think Call of Duty is in any way scared of Counter-Strike 2, like, over the long haul? Counter-Strike 2 is going to do well. Like, I'm not ever gonna even consider denying that. But it's gonna do so well because there's still so many people that play CSGO that are, it's what they're going to keep playing. Why wouldn't they? And they're gonna get people that are interested in first-person shooters to come over and play the game and try it. People are probably gonna play it and have a lot of fun, think it's really fun, and then think, okay, this is kind of it's pretty similar to CSGO. I didn't play a bunch of CSGO then, so they don't play CSGO or CS2. I think this time frame though is the funniest one for people to be all up in arms, terrified that Call of Duty's done, or they're fucking writing their obituary for Call of Duty. Though the timing is scary because Sledgehammer is apparently fucking has the reins, which what the fuck out. But if you look at the first-person shooter type of genre that Call of Duty thrives in, their biggest threat has always been Battlefield. It's had the most similarities. The gun feel and everything was a lot different. Always has been, always will be. But Battlefield's in the fucking gutters right now. It is a game that is borderline ready to be dead. What it would take to make Call of Duty dead. Honestly, it's not if a different game comes along and does really well, because that's always going to happen. You can't plan for that. You can't sit there and go, how are we going to make sure no other good games are made? That's insane. But rather, how are we going to innovate our games, tweak them a little bit to keep the same core feeling, fresh, fun, addicting, while making it a little bit new. Ooh, a chopper gunner? Oh, don't mind if I do. Where we at, boys? Oh, there's someone. Oh, no more. I don't really have any fear of Call of Duty going away. I don't think you should. If you hate Call of Duty, I'm gonna say I'm sorry about your luck. Because Call of Duty is gonna be around. It's gonna sell probably every year, even if Microsoft buys it. It's gonna be sold every year, probably. If not every 2 years. The big issue right now is that they're taking away small things that the community's telling them that they want and that is part of the core aspects of Call of Duty, and they're not listening. That's something that Activision or Infinity Ward, they have to actually listen to with a serious thought, because those are the type of things that can snowball into a game going to shit. Battlefield 2042 literally changed so much shit within Battlefield. Exhilarating gameplay, holy shit. But that's gonna do it for this video. That's pretty much just my brainstorming thoughts of this whole little miniature controversy going on with Call of Duty right now, whether or not it's dead, if it's gonna be dead, the competition gonna take it over. It's a bunch of random bullshit that I think at the end of the day, Call of Duty is always gonna be around. But let me know what you think in the comments. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, consider subscribing, but I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I hope you had a great weekend. Peace out.